Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the High School Star League of Legends Season 1 playoffs, brought to you in part by our friends at Twitch TV, Newegg, and MSI. It's going to be exciting stuff here. I'm Crusader Kitten, joined by Fekka, who's going to be a castist for today. And we're getting into our first best-of-3 match of the stream. It's going to be Lowell High School versus Bayside High School. We're into the picks and bans. And we have a few bans going down, so what do you see so far?
So far, Rengar. Actually, Rengar, I'm assuming, is a... assuming that's a targeted ban, along with Lucian coming down as well. Sorry, trying to get this set up here.
Yep.
It is not wanting
Alright,
to...
well, you can go ahead and focus on that.
Yeah,
Let me know when you're done with that.
Thank you.
I'll just talk about some of the High School Star League. So guys, High School Star League, if you don't know it right now, it is a tournament only for high school students and teams. Each team here is all from one high school. So we have Lowell High School, Bayside High School. In the best of 3, it's the playoffs. So these are the top 2 teams from their respective groups from the whole spring season, as well as the fall season that we had earlier. Anyway, all this stuff, it's very complicated to explain. You can find it all on our website at hsstarleague.com. I don't feel like going into it because my explanation of it would be very long and very difficult to understand for some people, possibly. But anyway, we are into the playoffs, round 1 of the playoffs. Teams coming in from our fall semester and our spring semester playing here up to the prize pool of $20,000 that's split between our 3 games, LOL, Dota 2, and StarCraft 2. And it's all exciting stuff. You can all read about it at our website, once again, hsstarleague.com. But anyway, looking over at the game, bans coming out, Rengar, Kha'Zix, and LeBlanc from Lowell High School, Bayside High School, banning out Lucian, Yasuo, and Jax. So have you been able to get that stuff sorted yet?
Yeah, I just did it manually. I don't know why it's not fitting to screen like it normally does, but I just did it manually. It's a little... It's fine. It's fine.
It'll work for now.
Yeah.
It's alright.
Oh, also, you know what? I should probably upload some summoner blockers. So go and take it for a little bit more. This will be really quick.
Oh, yeah.
Actually, I have them from last time I did HSL.
Oh yeah, exactly. So bans coming out. We do see the double purple, or I guess LeBlanc's kind of purple, but we're seeing the purple bans coming off. We're also seeing a purple pick coming in, because if you guys don't know, purple champions are super OP, like Kha'Zix, Jax, Morgana, Soraka, those kind of guys. You see them banned a lot, and it's not without reason. It's because they're just really strong in the meta, and it's just a coincidence that they're all purple. But we do see the Morgana being picked up here, so really strong support, a support that I hate to go against because her snares are just ridiculous. You get snared, then you're stuck there, and she puts too much soil down, and it's like I'm stuck here forever at a very long range snare that's not hard to hit at all, and it's just ridiculous. But that's why Morgana's a popular pick. Has some really great lockdown tools, and is really strong in the current meta. So next 2 picks from Bayside High School, or I guess the first 2 picks, it's going to be Jarvan the 4th and Caitlyn. What do you think of that?
Jarvan the 4th is actually he got a little bit of a buff recently. He got his passive percentage health damage actually to a flat 10 instead of a scaling to 10% maximum health damage. So he's actually quite powerful, and he got the lower cooldown on his shield, which his shield not only does a shield, of course, to him, but it also does a little bit of an AoE slow. So it helps a little bit in ganks. I mean, just very little, but it also helps in the jungle, and at a very low cooldown, it's actually worth putting a point into. I actually have... I've been playing, actually personally, been playing Jarvan top a little bit more. He with the new passive, or at least the the flat 10%. He's actually a lot more of a bully in the top lane. So we'll see where Jimmy Q, Q goes. I really don't. I am a guest speaker, a guest caster here. Not too familiar with the players here yet. But either way, Jarvan.
It's okay.
Jarvan.
It's okay, me neither. Okay, so
yeah.
Just to put it into perspective, there were 620 teams. And there's 620 teams in the 2 splits that we had. So, and this is the first time in the playoffs, so it's kind of hard to know all the players and all the teams right now, but you know, we can just make do. Anyway, next 2 picks are going to be a Twitch and a Lee Sin coming out of Lowell. That's what I'm told. That's how it's pronounced.
Yeah,
Lowell.
I was curious about that. I was
Yeah.
getting a little bit nervous that I wasn't going to
No, I
pronounce that
know.
right. But oh, going back and
Yep.
actually
Twitch and Lee Sin.
yeah, Twitch and Lee Sin.
Nope.
Going back to the Morgana pick that you were talking
Yeah.
about, whenever she lands her Dark Binding, that also not only because that Dark Binding gets up to about a I think a 3 second like hold or root. It's
Yeah.
really
It's
annoying.
crazy.
Yeah, it's really annoying to go up against. But also, you can throw that down along with the Tormented Soya. But that leaves you prone to any other skill shots, like a Sonic Wave, for instance. Which isn't, Sonic Wave isn't like the most devastating skill shot. It's not like having a Ziggs Bouncing Bomb or a J Shock Blast, but I mean, it's pretty devastating to be locked down by a Dark Binding. But like I said, I'm not really sure they're going to take too much advantage of it. They are hovering over Poppy and Quinn. Not really sure there's a serious pick, though. Yeah.
That would be that would be very interesting pickups here. So they'll be switching around. But anyway, we do see a Shyvana and a Ziggs locked in here for the side of Bayside High School. So Dragon Lady coming in here as well as the middle lane Ziggs most likely. These are some pretty strong picks as well.
Yeah, actually, Shyvana, yeah, it's more likely going to be a top lane Shyvana. So that will be a Jarvan jungle, again, more than likely. And, of course, Ziggs, he's gotten a little bit of nerfs to him, but, I mean, like, he's still pretty strong. And it's really hard to take strength away from someone who can farm safely, poke safely, have a semi-global ult, and have very low mana issues whenever he gets a Chalice of Harmony. You can't really go wrong with a Ziggs. So a really good pickup. It's Bayside High School, correct?
Yes.
Yes, that was a good pickup from Bayside High School. And on the other side of that, Lowell is taking up, has the Crocodile on the top lane along with the Kale. And Kale, again, same thing. Has a little bit more mana issues than a Ziggs, but a huge team player with the intervention, especially lower cooldown and no mana costs.
Yeah, Lowell, apparently. Or something like that. Lowell. This is like God, we have difficulty with this. Lowell. Okay, anyway,
Lowell.
It's Renekton and Kale. It's apparently not. This is a U instead of an E. So, yeah, names are just hard to pronounce, man. I'm looking at Twitch chat if you want to know about that. I trust them. I believe.
Twitch chat has never lied once.
Yes, indeed. Anyway, team comps, looking at it, since we have it all locked in here, Bayside High School, they definitely have a very nice balanced team comp right here. They have a lot of poke coming out from Caitlyn and Twitch, and they have some nice engage as well coming out from Jarvan and Shyvana, as well as Thresh. They can all lock in, they can all jump in, as well as having a lot of lockdowns between the two. Lowell High School, I hope I got that right. Very similar stuff to here. Twitch can spray and pray, not rat-a-tat-tat, from behind in the back line. Morgana has great lockdown, obviously, and Kale is just really useful coming into team fights.
Yeah, Kale and Morgana are pretty solid on one team because they can get a Black Shield and an intervention onto one champion, and they're completely invulnerable to everything for however long the intervention Black Shield is, which I think is roughly like with the intervention scales. But yes, that'd be great.
Doing Mikhail's Crucible, and it's like, why can't you kill this guy?
Right, exactly. Yeah, and that is one of the downsides to intervention is that you can be stopped by CC still, but with Black Shield there, it's you essentially have an all-off ult on anybody that you want, as long as you coordinate it properly. I mean, that's really good for any player on Lowell High School.
Yeah, and then you go like Jungle Soraka, and then you have Spirit Visage, and then you have a 5 heal team.
That would be absolutely annoying.
And
and
then you put it all in the Tryndamere.
Oh my God! Yeah, no. Thankfully, we're not going to be seeing that today because that would be devastating to any team.
Well, anyway, we'll see what these two teams can do when we get into the game, guys. It is High School Star League Season 1 playoffs. We're going to be cutting to a quick commercial break, and we'll be right back. So don't go anywhere. We're going to be getting to the first game of this best of 3.
Darkness and silence through the night. What a thrill. I'm searching and I'll melt into you. What a feeling. so supreme. I give my life, not for honor, but for you. In my time, there'll be no one else. Crime, it's the way I'd like to you. I'm still in a dream, snake eater. Someday you go through the rain, and someday you feed on a tree frog. It's ordeal, the trial to survive for the day we see new light. I give my life, not for honor, but for you. In my time, there'll be no one else. Crime, it's the way I'd like to you. I'm still in a dream, snake eater. I'm still in a dream, snake eater. Sekai no hajimari no hi, inochi no ki no shita de, kuchira tachi no koe no toi zankyou futari de kita nakushita mono subete, aishita mono subete, kono te ni takishimete, ima wa doko wo samayo ii.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the High School Star League League of Legends Season 1 playoffs. We're here with Lowell High School versus Bayside High School, stream brought to you in part by our sponsors at Twitch TV, Newegg, and MSI. I'm Crusader Kitten here with Fekka. Is going to be your casters for the evening here. After this best of 3, of course, we have one more best of 3 coming up, so guys, stay tuned for that. But getting on into the match here, starting lineups, Lowell High School versus Bayside High School. We're seeing where they're going. What do you see on the map so far?
So far, yeah, we have a little bit of a line of scrimmage being drawn up, although it looks like... Actually, oh yeah, that is another point that I want to throw out before I get into it too much. So trinkets are on a 30-second cooldown now, which gives out a lot more vision opportunities for both teams. And we're seeing that, just like I said, defensive scrimmages being thrown out, defensive wards being thrown out too, so I don't think we're going to see too many invades coming out. Or any invade, I guess I should say, in this early going.
Yeah. Well, a little bit more grouping than your normal line of scrimmage, but as he said, we're not going to be seeing any invades looking at it so far. Just a lot of wards being placed down around the map. And, you know, they'll just go ahead and set this up. Of course, getting into a best of 3. You don't want to do too many huge plays, I think. Or you don't want to do too much in the first game of the best of 3. I think usually you like to play standard best of 3.
Well, I mean,
Best of 1 matches were a lot more interesting. When people went like cheese comps. Or I guess it was 2 match, but if you want a bunch of cheese comps, they secured like an early point for the circuit. But now it's best of 3 for not for elimination yet, but it's best of 3 for almost elimination or possible elimination. Because in the Swiss format we have, it's best of 3 is very important. Anyway, getting on into this, yeah. Item buys coming out pretty much mirrored across the board. Of course, the ports have a little bit of a different one there, going for the GP10s. So no early defensive item like a Ruby Crystal or a Dual Shield from Thresh here. So might be a little bit more farmy in this bottom lane, but I mean, with the lockdown that these two supports have, you can't really say that they're not going to be trying to kill each other.
So an interesting start from Jimmy Q. He started blue. You don't see too many junglers start blue that often. With that being said, Lee Sin started red. If he wanted to, which actually looks like Jimmy Q is going to skip his race altogether and go right to red. Lee Sin, had he been able to catch up with Jimmy Q, could invade and actually have the advantage, as he would be invading with a red buff, while Jimmy Q would not have the red buff to counter it. So, doesn't matter either way. Both of
Top
them.
lane,
Yeah,
Flash is being burned right there. Wow, a lot of aggression coming out of this top lane. Zami looks like he might be taking the worst part of that trade there, getting down fairly low. Of course, the Ignite was used there by Ziyang, so there's a bit of action coming up early in this top lane, which is interesting because
Like,
usually you see top lane, farm lane, but
oh, there's a flash.
not this game, maybe. Oh yeah, there's a gank coming in from both junglers coming up here. Jimmy Q taking a lot of damage early there. Early game, Lee Sin damage coming through, picks up the first blood. Now Ziyang in trouble. Warthog coming in just with the close distance here. Zami is there, picks up the second blood. First 2 kills going over to the side of Lowell High School.
Yeah, that was not a very good start for Bayside, obviously. Jimmy Q got a little bit too, got a little bit anxious and went in a little bit too early, and MG Yang wasn't there to actually back it up all the way. Still had the Ignite up before, after Jimmy Q died, and actually ended up using it right before he died. So yeah, a little bit of miscommunication there on Bayside High School. Ended up giving them both, giving up both first blood and another kill. So that's top lane and buffs reset.
And that is the power of early game Lee Sin when he comes in for a gank. You know, having the double buffs, he does a lot of damage early. Red buff obviously really helpful in ganks. Jarvan, of course, getting in there early. Usually when you look at ganks, it's the counter gank that ends up going well, just in fights like that. So that's what we saw right there. Pickaxe start coming up from Renekton. What do you think of that?
Again, I mean, oh, there's a barely just missing the Essence there.
So close,
I mean,
yeah.
Pickaxe does make sense. Obviously, he's gonna go more than likely build into the Ravenous Hydra, and Pickaxe is a part of the Tiamets, and that's gonna give him a huge power advantage in the top lane. He also still has a health pot to his advantage also, so he's not really losing much. And with the Ignite down from Ziyang, doesn't really have much to lose up there. He's in full control.
Yeah,
But there's a gank bot
coming
lane.
in, Binding coming in, point blank range, and that is a dead la-di-da there. Now gets over the, I can't say the name, Bulby, we'll call him. Bulby,
Stragnaski.
I don't even want to try it.
We'll just say Bulby.
Yeah, but it's a Bulby. It's like a pet name, really, if you make it that. Anyway, gank coming into middle lane. Jimmy Q coming in, 10th Doctor, getting away here. He has Jimmy Taeyeon to help him out here. Flashed over the wall. Jimmy Q now switches over to Taeyeon. Looks like he might be okay. He will be getting away from this one. So save coming in, and we've seen a lot of Taeyeon around the map so far, and he's been working out really well for his team.
Yeah, Taeyeon is putting some pressure on every lane so far. He's I mean, there's no reason not to either. He has a snowballing start for Lee Sin. He had his buffs reset. He took buffs away from Jimmy Q. He has all the ball and to just gank lanes and try to set his other lane partners up into set him ahead of all the other everyone from on. What am I trying to say? Trying to set Lowell ahead of Bayside. I got it, dude.
Yeah. Yeah, you got it. Okay. Yeah, and he's definitely doing that so far. He's had 100% kill participation. He's got a save in the middle lane. So far, definitely been active in this game. Hasn't even... Oh no, he just went back here. Gonna go for Spirit of the Outer Lizard, which obviously pretty standard item for Lee Sin nowadays. You saw a few Lee Sins in the last match that I casted, which is actually gonna be streamed later. But pretty much Spirit of the Other Lizard, really popular now. Wriggles, you know, getting nerfed. Not so much. Only on particular junglers, of course.
Yeah, Wriggles wasn't a huge item on Lee Sin in the first place. Most people still prefer the Spirit of the Elder Lizard.
I think Jarvan was going for a spirit item as well.
Yeah, I wouldn't doubt it. And like you said, especially with the slight nerf to the Feral Flare, Wriggles Lantern, and I don't really think Feral Flare is a good item on Jarvan. Anyways, he already has a really good auto attack and doesn't really need to proc it. But yeah,
he's definitely going to be one of the tankier members of his team. He wants to be with Shyvana up in that front line. You know, EQ in, put down the Cataclysm, lock everyone down. And also be in the Cataclysm, tank up all the damage, so that's what we'll probably be seeing out of him. He does go for Spirit of the Elder Lizard, so going for a little bit of aggression in that one jungle item. And we'll be seeing how that works for him, because so far, hasn't had the greatest game. We'll see if he can get more ganks around the map.
Yeah, and actually looks like he may be finishing away into mid lane. Or at least Tyon is. But so in the bot lane, Free Gaming does have his Bilgewater Cutlass already, and that's going to be a pretty huge advantage for him in the bot lane, as he's going to have that little extra bit of slow added to him whenever he goes on to Bulby. And he has quite a bit of poke going to him, although Destiny does land.
Yeah, looks like they don't want to engage off of that, and that's kind of the hard thing about Thresh against Morgana.
Oh my
Once he
gosh.
does the Dissonance, they'll throw down the Black Shield. And it's can't do too much top lane. We're seeing a lot of trading coming out here, and that early game really helped out Zanmi here. 1-0 and 1, and definitely putting a lot of pressure onto Ziyang up at this top lane.
Yeah, Ziyang cannot trade against a pickaxe, and he doesn't even have his health pot anymore. Meanwhile, Zanmi still does. And it looks like Ziyang's actually going to go back, and that's going to lose him a pretty decent wave also. And it's going to be even more advantage to Zanmi in top lane. And Zanmi also has teleport. That's something we didn't point out. Ziyang, I mean, Shyvaners are known for very huge single target damage. There's a distance landing. Hold on.
Yep, just gonna go under the tower. He takes a lot of tower shots here, though. Binding does get thrown down. Exhaust. Heals coming out as well. They're trying to get onto this one. Exhaust going down. Thresh is getting really low from this trade. The poison's ticking down. It's like the side of Bayside High School might have got the wish trade because Taeyon is actually coming in. Fuse it, gets the kill from the side. Swoops in for that one, gets it. Still at 100% kill participation. 8 minutes in, it's 4-0 in favor of Lowell High School. But this might change here because top lane Ziyang trying to get the zombie flashes coming in. Gets the first kill for his team. Bayside High School gets on the board with that one.
Yeah, and, as far as top lane goes, that was on me overstaying his welcome a little bit. He should have went back whenever Ziyang
Mag
did
attacks,
too.
Taeyon coming in here into middle lane. Intervention coming in, gets the kick back. Mag attacks though, still able to live a little bit longer because Jimmy Q comes in here, gets the kill, traps him under the tower in the Cataclysm, gets 2 kills, 2-for-1 trade in favor of Bayside High School. Jimmy Q coming up big there, Cataclysming in there, locks him down, and that's the power of Jarvan when you try to tower dive one. So it's that one. Top bottom lane tower does go down though. First out of the game to Lowell High School.
Yeah, so, there's a... Oh, he actually smited away. That's nice of him. But anyway, yeah, so bot lane, yeah, Free Gaming and, who's the other one bot lane? Christian Ha, yeah, I'll just say Christian Ha. Yeah, they were actually back in base whenever the tower went down, so the minions were actually want to take that down. But yeah, first tower does go over to Lowell High School. And yeah, action kind of going in top, mid, and bottom, almost all within about 30 seconds of each other, so it's kind of hard to analyze all of it. But in the bot lane, that was just Free Gaming and Christian Ha having the power advantage. He had a not to mention the lockdown. It's really hard to be a Thresh, and you already pointed out, against a Morgana. You can't land all your CC that you need. Even if you land a hook, it doesn't guarantee you're going to land everything else. But it's like Jimmy Q is going to make his way down bot lane, and that's exactly what I'm talking about. Even if that hook landed, wouldn't have mattered. Black shield's on him, he's good to go. And that pretty much, I mean, that's going to allow any kind of Twitch, any kind of champion, to lay down their full amount of damage that they possibly can. And by the way, in the bot lane, Bilgewater Cutlass wasn't even used to pick up the kills.
Yep. Looking over at the map right now, ward coverage looking really good right now in favor of Lowell High School. They pretty much have the entire river warded right now. So it's really good by them. They have the vision coverage around the map as well as around the dragon area. So we might be seeing some dragon plays coming in soon. Having your top laner with a teleport gives you a huge advantage when you want to go for those dragons, just because they can teleport down there and pose a really big threat to the enemy team. Zami has picked up the team at 2. He'll have an easier time clearing out these waves right now, but Ziyang getting that solo kill up top lane, definitely starting to fight back here. So
yeah, Ziyang.
We'll see.
Oh, I was gonna say Ziyang has a lot. Like I said, Shyvana in general has a lot of single target damage. It has that Bilgewater Cutlass, gonna add to that. It has the Ignite, adds to it as well. It takes away the global presence that that Zanmi has, but is able to actually duel despite having that lost first blood.
Lane. Temptakin coming in, Tempt Doctor is able to escape that one. EQ combo, Radius getting nerfed on Jarvan definitely put him in the bit of a worse situation. I remember I made him in like Season 2, he was great. I tried him like some time ago and I was like, wow, this EQ radius is just really low. The knockup radius is really low, so definitely heightened the skill cap on that champion. But we'll see how he does, because
Yeah, that's why I kind of feel like he's more suited for the top lane right now, because it's
Yeah.
a shorter amount you actually have to. Either way, we have a battle going on top lane.
Duels coming in. Yeah, speaking of the top lane here, once again, Ziyang gets in there, drags this and ignites down. That's another kill solo for Zami. We thought the lane was going to go well for Zami, but apparently not.
No, it's I mean, Yang obviously wasn't shut down, and I think that was completely misplayed again by Zanmi. The first death that he had, he didn't have to have that first death. He overstayed his lane there, allowed Ji Yang to come back with a Bilgewater Cutlass while he went back to spend his 1,400 gold. I mean, even when he has teleport, so I mean, he kind of gave that lane over to Ziyang, honestly. But either way, Dragon is being initiated by Bayside High School and actually picked up over award, so both teams will have the timer on that.
Yep, so first Dragon of the game, though, going over to the side of Bayside does leave them trailing 400 gold. There's a tower, of course, in the favor of Lowell. So gold differences so far not evening out to too much, and for all the ward pressure and ward coverage that they had, Lowell High School not able to secure that Dragon. Also, top lane tower does go down, so this gives the lead over to Bayside High School. Just very slightly in the lead right now in the matter of 100 gold. Free gaming getting into Southbow. They want to go for Bulba here. Throws down the damage. Lantern will be coming in. Does pull him back and is able to get away.
Has the advantage of having a Thresh, even though you can go against the Morgana and get all your hooks, everything, your flays blocked. Thresh Express is still a huge advantage in a lane, no matter what. Oh, Taiyon missing the Sonic Wave. Either way, turret going down in the top lane, so that is 2 turrets to 1 in favor of Lowell.
That big tug of war coming in for this gold lead here. Taiyon getting into middle lane, gets the kick back into Mag Attacks. Free Gaming is here to follow up with the damage. This is a dead Ziggs. Free Gaming gets in there with the kill. Nice plays coming in. They get the rotation. 5 men into the middle lane now for Lowell High School, and they'll pick up the 3rd tower for their team of this game.
Oh, they're not going to be able to get that tower just yet, although 5 men strong in the mid lane for Lowell. It's only a matter of time before they get this tower, because there's not really much a Jarvan or a La-Di-Da Thresh can do about this, and that will be a 3rd turret going down. And the map presence, map pressure is all on Bayside right now as Lowell shoves them back into their 2nd tier turrets.
Yep. So item builds coming in. We're going to be seeing a few members going back now. Quite a bit of gold actually stored up on the side of Lowell. So Blade of the Ruined King finished up here for Twitch. Pretty standard itemization coming in for him. Looks like he has a dagger, so what do you think he's going to be building after this?
More than likely he's going for one of his, either a Static Shiv or a Phantom Dancer. It's normally what you do on a Twitch. You go with the more attack speed to get your poison procs, and not to mention you already have Blade of the Ruined King, so you have quite a bit of damage with the health percentage, and the not to mention when you get the Rat-Tat-Tat going, you can actually pierce everybody. Spray and pray.
What is Onomatopoeia? That does not exist in this game. I'm just kidding. Call it whatever you like. Anyway,
Understand.
Yep, it does. Obviously, it gets a lot more attacks off, as you're saying. Can rip through the enemy team. Middle lane, we might be seeing a little bit of stuff going on here. But anyway, Sightstone being picked up for Taiyon. Don't normally see that too often on Lee Sin's or junglers in general anymore, but obviously, very useful champion for Lee Sin. Just looking at the ward hops going around. He's going to be opting for the red trinket as well because he has that Sightstone. So it doesn't really need the extra ward trinket, and he has a bit of extra mobility. Ooh. Free Gaming coming into bottom lane. Bolby is gone right there. Wow, the Twitch power coming through to 3-0 right now. But middle lane, we are seeing the 4-man push. And this will be a tower for Bayside High School.
Yeah, and it actually is worth noting, you were talking about the jungles. Jimmy Q has a Bilgewater Cutlass on his Jarvan jungle, which means if he goes into the front lines, he has no tank stats right now besides his innate tank stats and his shield. He's going to get melted pretty fast, so he's going for pure single target damage along with the Shyvana, so they can both get into the front lines and try to look to destroy whoever they're going to be next to. And Free Gaming is going to be in trouble here. He's going to walk right into it. No, he missed it!
Oh, oh man.
No,
so middle lane, we'll see the push coming down here. Lowell High School pick up another tower. A lot of towers falling now at this point in the game. Free Gaming actually sees Jimmy Q here. He wants to duel this one now, but Jimmy Q, he is the bruiser. He is trying to get onto his Cataclysm. Comes down, flash away out of it, flash out of his own Cataclysm. Gets the kill though. Gonna pull this Lantern back, and he gets under the tower. Now he's still coming in at Jimmy Q, picking up a kill for himself, but 4 members of Lowell High School are down here in the bottom lane. Hook coming in on to Christina. There is intervention and Black Shield coming down. Looks like she will be safe from that.
Yeah, that was pretty much just to negate the ace in the hole, along with any kind of initiation onto Christian Ha. Because Christian Ha, I mean, for a support player, I mean, all supports are important, of course, but Morgana, pretty especially important, considering you have the Soul Shackles to lock everybody down and a Black Shield to keep anybody from being locked down. It's pretty important to keep a Morgana alive for team fights.
So we're going to be seeing a few more item buys coming in here. Bloodthirster finally finished for Caitlyn. She's slightly behind in terms of items this game. Definitely not doing well after not so great laning phase. Not transitioned into this game too well, especially compared to Twitch. We are seeing the Blade of the Ruined King coming out from Jarvan. So he's actually decided to go for a lot more of the damage build right now. We were thinking about tank Jarvan, but we're not going to see that. We're also seeing a bootsless Jarvan as well as a bootsless Shyvana here, so
They're mobile
they
enough.
decide to just go for these items very quickly.
Oh, looks like
And actually, ooh, free gaming. He was seen by a pink ward. Now he's gonna pay for it. Jimmy Q taking some damage, but Christian Ha is there. Does stop Jimmy Q from going for too much of a kill there.
they, gave
They get double wards after that.
Yeah, they got double wards. They didn't get the
Yeah.
pink.
Dragon's up in 30 seconds or 20 seconds, so they're really looking to get some vision around this area. Ladida gets caught up in some binding. No engage coming down though, and looks like we'll be seeing, because there's a lot of members of both teams coming in around this dragon. We'll see how this fight plays out.
Yes, this will be a dance around the second dragon of the game, and both teams trying to establish vision. Both teams also denying each other vision, so it's going to be an interesting play here. Dragon is up, and the only one not there right now is Yang. So the team fight potential is in Lowell High School's advantage, and they're going to go onto the dragon, knowing that there's not there. But now, Yang's coming down.
Easily secured right there.
Yeah.
The binding goes a little bit above Ladida, very close though. Everyone's going to be stacking up around here, but it looks like Lowell High School will just go ahead, opt out to back out of here. Bayside High School aren't able to get anything off of that bit of aggression, so Dragon coming in 1-for-1 is the score on that objective. And we'll be seeing both of these teams backing out, and we see Bayside High School pushing down in this bottom lane.
Yeah, they still do have... Actually, it looks like we might be seeing a team fight coming up here. Mac attack is
Yeah,
not
they're
there.
coming
There
in
it
here.
is.
Taeyeon comes in. Ziyang gets into the back line. Megan in front of him. Gets dropped. Taeyeon gets taken down. Lantern gets over. In the back line, Ziyang does go down to Zanmi. They're still trying to trade here. 10th Doctor flashes away. Still goes down. Zanmi now taking the frontline role, but he has no backup right now. He has to get out of here. Cannot. Mac attacks. Gets the kill. 3-to-1 trade. Ace in the hole coming through. Black Shield can't stop that. And it's the double kill going over to Bolby, and that was a team fight I don't think either of us were expecting there. 4-for-1 exchange in favor of Bayside High School.
No, Mac Attack wasn't even in that fight altogether until the very end. He threw down his Mega Inferno Bomb and actually got a fair bit of damage out of it. But this huge amount of single target damage coming out from the Shyvana and the Jarvan is actually working out really well. Jarvan was able to zone off 3 members. I think it was Shyvana actually able to zone off 3 members of Lowell High School. And that allowed Jarvan to easily take out Taipon or Taipon, I should say, as a Taipon. He's not built. Taeyeon, thank you. Then
That's the why.
yeah.
You got locked down though.
Yeah, but either way,
Go on.
yeah, Taeyeon doesn't have much in the way of damage outside of Sonic Wave and the Elder Lizard. So I mean, a lot more damage coming out from Jimmy Q, and he's able to punish him for it. That's why it turned out in the favor of Bayside High School. A lot of single target damage coming out from Bayside, except for the Ziggs, which, like I said, was pretty spot on that time.
Yeah. And double Bork, I think, might be contributing to that right there. And also, we saw Ziyang just went right into the back line, really put down a lot of disruption. Kind of just blocked out members of Lowell High School from getting into that team fight. And that was just a good area for Bayside to fight in, because they were able to just separate Lowell High School. So after that fight, a few item buys coming in here, and we'll be seeing some tanky items coming out of Jimmy Q here. It does go for possibly Mercury Treads. Also has a Giant's Belt there to stack up. So gonna be looking for that. We do get into a pause. We'll see what's going on there. Apparently a disconnect coming out of the side of Bayside High School. So well, hopefully they get that resolved, because we don't have too much power here at the caster desk, but they should get back into this game pretty quickly. But this game so far, 21 minutes in, what do you think of it?
21 minutes. Yeah, and like you said, I know we were both surprised that Bayside High School was actually able to pull off that last team fight. But yeah, location really helped them out. They have a massive front line, so if they keep that up, it can actually play out kind of a little pick comp going on. They could actually pull this one out. That being said, I mean, there's quite a bit of power still coming out from Free Gaming. He hasn't really been able to use it too much. He has that Phantom Dancer completed. And actually an interesting build in the mid lane from 10th Doctor.
Yeah,
Obviously, yeah.
Attack speed Kale.
Yeah, attack speed Kale. That's I don't see Runans.
He's looking to shred.
I guess so. Yeah, we don't see Runans too much on him.
So does that apply the? Do you think that applies the stuff
Fury?
from Righteous Fury?
Yes,
Yeah.
it does. Yes, it does.
Yeah, it does.
'Cause
So
actually-
she will be.
Oh, I was gonna mention as a troll build, whenever Leandries and Runans first came out, and Blade of the Rune King. In fact, I would build Blade of the Rune King, Leandries, and Runans, and it would proc
God.
all of that. It was a lot, very expensive, but very dumb.
You do know the reasoning behind it. So that's the reasoning behind it right there.
I mean, yeah, I guess like I said, it does proc the Righteous Fury, but I mean, still, it's a questionable build. It takes a lot out of the single target damage that Kale's known for with the Lich Bane and the Void Staff or the Rabadon's Death Cap, things like that.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm definitely about to bring that up there. So going for a little bit more, I guess, AoE coming out of that. Very interesting AoE, to say the least.
Yeah.
And it's kind of what the team has a lot of right now. I mean, they have a lot of AoE damage coming out of Kale, as you were saying. Morgana has First Magic Soil, the stun coming out around here. Twitch has the Rat-Tat-Tat Spray and Pray. Renekton as well, having his ultimate. And Sunfire Cape, which he has not built up, but he might build up, because that's very useful. But he does have the extra damage coming out of the Dominus, so they'll be looking for a little bit more AoE, but it's if they're actually even able to get Bayside High School grouped up and get to the backline in general, because Caitlyn Ziggs, we were saying in champions, like very long-range champions, it's going to be difficult to get to them with the front line that Bayside High School has.
Yeah, and Zanmi, like you said, he's getting pretty tanky. He has that Randuin's already complete. And I mean, yeah, I guess one of the things that that Lowell High School is actually lacking quite a bit in was the wave clear potential. So I guess that is the reason why Runans is being picked up by 10th Doctor. I'm sorry, I've been mulling that over in my head. I was like, why would he get that? Why would he get that? And the only thing I can think of is the wave clear. Obviously, Lee Sin doesn't have the best wave clear, especially if you're especially if you're sieging. You don't have too much wave clear on anybody from Lowell. But with the Runan's Hurricane Kale, you kind of do now. So I mean, problem solved.
Yeah, and they're going up against a Ziggs. Definitely one of the biggest wave clear champions in the game.
Yeah.
Caitlyn has some nice wave clear going as well. Mikhail's Crucible picked up by supports here. Jimmy Q disconnecting once again. We might be seeing another pause coming out. Morgana also picking up for Mikhail's Crucible, but hopefully Jimmy Q gets back in here. We don't have to pause, because pauses are not too fun. Anyway, Mikhail's Crucible coming out. Very popular nowadays with how popular heal has gotten. So you have heals, you have Mikhail's Crucibles. You sometimes have Soraka. For the side of Lowell High School, they have 10th Doctor on Kale as well for some heals. So very popular coming out now. And with the lockdown that both of these teams have, it's definitely going to be pretty important.
Yeah, it looks like Jimmy Q just got back into game. I'm actually surprised that was that long of a time for pause. But
yeah, they waited for that one.
yeah, I guess not much is going on, at least for them. But yeah, looking at gold right now, despite Lowell High School losing that last team fight to Bayside, they still are up a little over 1K. They have two turrets over Bayside High School, 4-2 to be exact, and the Dragon will be up in about another minute. There's not too many wards from either team. In fact, there's only one ward. Well, I guess 2 wards coming out around the around the Dragon bush there, and actually one of them just went out. So there you go.
Yep. So we'll get back to this game. I don't know why Director Karen wants us to watch Ziyang stand still. I was like, is he disconnected as well too? But he'll be sticking around, I suppose. But he's actually sitting around here, so hopefully he's okay. Anyway,
Yeah.
Dragon is coming up soon, so maybe he's just waiting it out.
He's
waiting for his family reunion because he's playing Shyvana.
This family reunion will be coming up in about 30 seconds. Oh, he's moving now.
Yeah, okay, he's fine. Anyway,
Yeah, we're good.
a little bit of pressure coming around. We're seeing Lowell High School looking to push down a lot of these lanes right now. Having all these 3 lanes pushed up helps them out when they want to rotate down to a Dragon, which could come soon. Baron, Ping's coming out to Baron. 24 minutes in, not a questionable move here. If a team goes for a Dragon, the other team could head over to Baron, try and take that one down. Obviously a risky play if all members of the enemy team are up, but we'll have to wait a little bit to see if that unfolds, because we're seeing a lot of grouping coming around in this middle lane and almost at this Dragon area. Possibly engage here.
Oh, that was a very well-timed Black Shield.
Yeah, it doesn't get knocked up there. We'll be able to survive, though. It does take some damage, and we'll be seeing the Dragon will be started up here. Shyvana very happy to see her relative and then kill her relative. Let's go down. Ace Null will be coming across. They just for some damage. Flash Essence lands, gets out of the 10th Doctor. There's the engage coming in. Everyone piles in for the fight. Mac Attacks goes down. The back line of Bayside High School is destroyed. Your shutdown's coming through.
Oh my god.
Coming, get your 10th Doctor. He got to the back line and he absolutely shredded it down.
Doctor
that is a 0-5 ace.
10th Doctor was untouched in that. He has a full health bar and he destroyed. I stand corrected on the Rudan's Hurricane. Kale, what? I don't know. That's fantastic, though. Obviously, he's not going to have the power of Lichbane on the turrets, but who cares? You ace the enemy team.
Yeah, that was insane damage coming out in that fight. This is going to be the inhibitor going down as well. And that was a team fight that Lowell wanted. That really just worked out with their team comp. I mean, Kale Renekton gets into that back line. Twitch is behind, and he is spraying and praying.
Yeah.
Putting out the rat-tat-tat from behind. God, so much damage down there. And hey, it's the you were a little bit doubtful of the Runan's Hurricane, but
yeah, not anymore.
Well,
yeah, that was huge. The intervention was actually well placed too. I mean, in what's that?
He didn't even use the elixir. He's been sitting on that.
Yeah, I know. I
the whole
see.
team. Oh.
Yeah, he doesn't even need it. He has blue buff right now. All he would be using it for with the extra AP and the Righteous Fury. He doesn't get too much AP on added damage to it, so he's gonna hold on to it. Yeah, Mac Attacks. He threw down a pretty nice Mega Inferno Bomb, but it wasn't really enough to destroy anybody, obviously. And speaking of Mac Attacks, he's sitting on 2 needlessly large rods, but we got a little bit of a action going in the top lane.
Up in trouble, up in the top lane. He'll probably go down here unless he can Dragon away, but getting pretty low here.
Oh my god.
Back out of the Dragon, but they are backing out because the team of Bayside High School is making their way up here. Smart move by Lowell High School to back out of that one, because it was about to be like a 2v4 and they definitely didn't want to fight on that. But man, if that was a kill, the Dragon's kick.
Oh man, into the Dragon.
Yeah, oh man. Took him out of that. That was a really nice move here. Really nice reactions coming out, but unfortunately not a kill coming out of this, but still lots of pressure coming out around the map. Middle lane will be pushing in, and we'll be seeing what Lowell will want to do next, because right now they're in the driver's seat of this game.
Well, the benefit of Lowell right now, they're taking out wards around the Baron. Zanmi has teleport. He's keeping Bulby in that bot lane away from Baron, so that's actually a lot of pressure being taken away from there, actually going to Baron to try to take it. But it looks like they're actually going to swing around to the bot lane inner turret.
Yep. And this should be going down pretty quickly here, because members of Bayside High School not here to defend it. And with that Twitch build, he has the Blade of the Rune King as well as that Phantom Dancer. So he has a lot of attack speed, free gaming, getting to stealth form. I don't know if you want to engage there. Okay, he's going to be safe. I know you want to help out 10th Doctor, because 10th Doctor is caught out. He'll be over the wall. He'll be putting down damage. Lottie Down gets low. Does go down. Ziang coming in from behind. Gets kicked back, though. And he gets followed up. Double Gold coming in for free gaming so far. Jimmy Q now wants to get damage out to him, but he'll be going down as well. A triple kill coming in for free gaming. And they're now chasing after Mac Attacks. And Volby still alive. They're trying to catch up here. Flash in. Quadra kill coming in for free game.
My guy's gonna get the Penta.
For 5 though. They can't get under the tower. Volby flashing away. He's trying to get away, but they had to back out. The tower damage too strong to get back in here. The attacks coming.
Oh!
Not a pentakill and stolen by the Regatta.
What a scumbag!
Oh man. Gets the ace right there. Taeyeon pushes minions in that middle lane, but oh man, that was so close to a pentakill right there.
Oh my gosh, that was so many resources from Bayside to use on the 10th Doctor just to try to kill him.
I feel like the Twitch poison would have gotten that penta as well.
Yeah, no, it's Holy would have.
fight coming in there. Obviously, a lot of kills getting over to the side of Lowell High School. Quadra kill going over to Free Gaming, and everyone just tried to pile in. They piled onto Temp Doctor, and they turned around and like, you know what? Let's go get the Twitch. They tried to get to Twitch. He just took down all of his opposing champions. Took them down. Quadra kill. Get some big money there. Get some big items.
Yeah.
And Inhibitor responding soon though, so we'll have to see. Lowell has to make another big move like that, and they have to get another objective off of it as well.
Yeah, Free Gaming, he was on the other side of the wall, and like I said, there were so many resources used on 10th Doctor that they didn't really have much left to face the rest of Lowell. So yeah, Free Gaming was just able to do whatever he wanted. It looks like they may be setting up for a Baron here, knowing that they can win team fights pretty single-handedly, or pretty easily now.
Yep, so
everyone's still spread out.
yeah, they're a little bit downwards at the bottom lane area. They might be Lowell High School might be wanting to get this inhibitor down very soon here. Team fights so far are working out really well for them, or these last two at least. Dragon's up in 30 seconds. We'll see if they want to go for that, but looks like so far they have their eyes set on this inhibitor exposed in the middle lane. And they'll see if they can make their entry up to this one, of course. A little bit difficult. They have to be careful of the poke coming out of Twitch. I mean, of Ziggs. But they're slowly and surely making their way into the base.
Yeah, it looks like a Rabadon's Death Cap is picked up by 10th Doctor, so he's going to have a lot of power behind that Ruinans now as well. And of course, we also have penetration coming out from Free Gaming, as we pointed out earlier. Looks like he might be going for a I don't even remember what that's called. Scimitar, yeah, Scimitar. He has the. Well, maybe not. No, he's probably he's not. Actually, I thought he. Yeah, he has the BF sword and the chain vest, but no, the Scimitar uses the Quicksilver Slash.
Yeah, Scimitar has the Negatron cloak.
Yeah. That was my bad. So he's probably going for.
So he's probably going Guardian's Angel and
Infinity Edge.
Might be. I think Infinity Edge. I think he's okay on sustain. You know, he has a Mikhail's Crucible, he has a KO, he has his own heal.
Yeah.
So he's probably okay on sustain. He's already got the Bork as well for that. So Bobby's looking for quick to Mac attacks, taking damage, gets taken down. Kick back out the Jimmy Q, tried to engage. Now they'll be chasing after. They're all piling in. Box coming up. They tried to disengage, and the box is successful at that, covering the lane up, and they will be able to walk out of there. One man from Bayside High School does go down, and this is going to mean a Baron coming out from Lowell High School.
Yeah, and why not? They just cleared the ward out of it, and looks like Christian Ha's gonna keep everyone from coming out. No, he's gonna go back around, but he does throw a ward out, and La-Di-Da misses Lantern.
Yep, looks like Jimmy Q might want to be going over the wall here. Gets over it, cannot take it though. Jimmy Q does go down, trying to steal the way. Taeyeon gets over the wall. They try to mean in onto this one, and that's going to be 4 members of Bayside High School going down. A Baron as well for Lowell High School, and they'll be making their way over to the base now.
Yeah, that's more likely gonna be game. Although Ziggs is up, there's still 30-second death timers on Jimmy Q, Balby, and La-Di-Da. So I don't know. I feel like Lowell could shove in for the win right here.
Yeah, we're going to be seeing Inhibitor going down pretty easily here. Full health bars for 5 members of Lowell High School. And they're getting under this one. Mac attacks, getting jumped in on, gets kicked back. 10th Doctor with the kill down. Free Gaming takes down the turret. Ziyang is able to live on the fountain. This is going to be the game. First game of this Best of 3 series. Going to be going over to Lowell High School. They're all piling in, shut down after the Morgana. Nexus goes down. Victory goes over to Lowell High School, leading this Best of 3 series 1-0.
Yeah, that was a very impressive game for Lowell High School. Taeyeon has some impressive mechanics on Lee Sin. I was very impressed by his play there. And 10th Doctor pulling out an unorthodox build, working very well to his advantage. And of course, Free Gaming is pretty much doing free reigning. And anywhere he wants in the lane, he was doing very well with his stealth, and actually got the surprise kill on Mac attacks, which led to a Baron, which led to the victory. Congratulations to Lowell High School.
Yep, so guys, thanks for watching the High School Star League League of Legends Season 1 playoffs. We'll be right back with the second game of this Best of 3 series, Lowell High School versus Bayside High School, 1-0 in favor of Lowell High School. Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the High School Star League League of Legends Season 1 playoffs, brought to you in part by our friends at Twitch TV, Newegg, and MSI. I'm Crusader Kid here with Becca, as we're going to be a casters for today, and we have the second game of this best-of-3 match between Lowell High School and Bayside High School. We're seeing Bayside High School switching over. They're gonna be your blue team this game. Lowell High School get over to your red/purple team.
So yeah, same bans coming out from before as far as the first two bans, Rengar and Lucian being banned out, and Yasuo just barely being banned out at the last second there, which I don't think there was a last Yasuo banned last game. I don't believe anyways, and he wasn't picked. So I'm not really sure what they're going with on that one, but they have confidence in the Yasuo ban, and they're gonna do it. Kha'Zix's also being banned out, so Predator and the Alien both being taken away from Bayside High School.
Yeah, we'll see if they actually ban anything from the from the last game. I mean, I would expect like a Twitch ban, possibly a Lee Sin ban. Lee Sin last game by Taeyeon, really effective. And of course, we also saw. I mean, his early plays were really good to just get his team going. Free gaming as well, being on that Twitch.
There it is.
And yep, there's a Twitch ban. All right, so we'll see. No Twitch this game, so we'll see what he wants to go for this game, because Twitch last game really strong. It'll be interesting to see what else Free Gaming has up his sleeve.
So yeah, they left the Kale open. Unless Lowell bans it, I would expect a Kale pick here from Jimmy Q. I'd be surprised if they gave Kale back over to 10th Doctor if he decides to pick that one up. But he was pretty devastating on Kale. And intervention is it's a huge disruption in any team fight, no matter what. I mean, it's hard to actually counter, or at least go against an intervention in a team fight.
Yeah.
Makes the world of difference. And like I said, I would be very surprised if Bayside High School gives this one up.
Yeah, it'll be interesting. You know, it's a game 2. It's unlike our normal season matches because it's not a set 2 games. It can be 2 or 3 games, obviously, being a best-of-3 match. So it's interesting to see what these guys decide to go for. Lowell High School, we'll see if they want to switch things up, because they definitely are a little bit more relaxed this game. Well, they do want to seal the deal with a 2-0 lead, but of course they always have the third game if they go down this game. So it looks like Lee Sin going to get picked up, Bayside High School, and they do or die now for this game. Pick up Lee Sin.
Well, that was an
and
instant lock,
Caitlyn locked in as well. Yeah, so we're seeing a few champions being swapped over. Last game we saw Caitlyn over on the side of Bayside High School, and Lee Sin on the side of on the side of Lowell High School. And they're going to be switching it over. You know, they just trade champions.
Yeah.
Yeah, interesting.
Right.
And Morgana locked in there as well. So we're seeing Morgana. We saw last game. Going to be on the same person this game, though. So Christian will be giving that Morgana back. And Morgana, Caitlyn bottom lane. What do you think about that?
That's going to be annoying for anybody going against I mean, obviously, we already talked about going against a Morgana, annoying. Going against a Caitlyn Morgana, extremely annoying. You can land the Dark Binding. So Caitlyn from Derek has 2 options. She can actually execute both of them, because that's how annoying Caitlyn and Morgana is. Whenever you're binded by the Dark Binding, you can throw a Yordle Snap Trap underneath them, and that'll trap them for another second or 2. And you can throw out your Piltover Peacemaker, get a couple auto attacks off. Huge amount of damage. If a Dark Binding lands, it's essentially you have to play cautious after that, because you're not going to be able to come back until quite a bit until you lifesteal back. It's really annoying bot lane.
Yep, so 2 picks coming in here. Oh man, here's
no Heimer.
Here, but a little bit more exciting. We're seeing the Graves being picked up here. Graves and Lulu being locked in. Graves, one of my favorite AD carries. We're also going to be seeing Lulu being locked in. So do you think that's going to be a Lulu support, or do you think that's going to be a battle Lulu, like in the middle or something like that?
I mean, battle Lulu in the middle is a lot more popular than support Lulu. They both still fit the role pretty well, but I mean, mid Lulu, she's kind of hard to counter, but also she's a massive utility mid lane champion that once you get AP on her, she has a huge shield. Wild Growth is devastating in team fights, very similar to an intervention, honestly. And Glitter Lance and Help Picks, it almost makes you allows you to hit Glitter Lance almost like the entire length of the mid lane. Honestly, it might be a mid lane Lulu, but we'll see what happens here. I don't really like Lulu against a Morgana too much, as it kind of kind of defeats the purpose of some of the utility, just like having a Thresh against Morgana. But I mean, Glitterlance can still be relatively useful in the bot lane.
Yep, so we're going to be seeing Elise and Jax locked in here. It's the reign of the purple champions. We're seeing Lulu. Elise is kind of purple. Jax and Morgana being locked in here. Jax, obviously great duelist up in that top lane. Snowballs really well into the late game. Elise is a really mobile champion. Kind of up there with Lee Sin in terms of mobility and early ganking pressure. She has a nice amount of lockdown, as well as 2 gap closes that she can use. So we'll be seeing her picked up, and we'll see what they want to respond with this. So hovering over Pantheon and Nidalee, so it might mean to support Lulu. And if it is to support Lulu, how do you think that bottom lane would match up against a Caitlyn Morgana?
Caitlyn Morgana, in my opinion, is a lot more devastating. Like you said, you have Morgana with a black shield. That negates a lot of damage and some of the CC from Lottie, or from Lulu. And not to mention, like I said, if you land a Dark Binding, you're going to get a lot of damage put onto you. Lulu has no heals. Has a shield, but it's not really going to do too much. But doesn't have much. It doesn't have anything in the way of heals. And if a Dark Binding lands onto Bulby, it's going to be very devastating.
Yeah.
Like I said, he's going to have to lifesteal back into that one. But you know what? I'm actually surprised we haven't seen a Braum yet. Braum, big factor.
Yeah, Braum is not banned in this tournament like he is in other tournaments. So they missed the opportunity to have a double mustache champion, a double mustache bottom lane. It would have been amazing.
That would have been awesome. Purple champion being hovered over
Yeah.
by 10th Doctor. So we're going with the purple trend here over on Lowell.
So it's almost I get you could kind of count it as penta purple. Elise has some purple in her. Caitlyn, her outfit is purple if she has a classic skin. Like there's some purple on her hat. You can see the splash right. So if you lock in this Cassidon, it's gonna be like Cassidon's pretty purple too. It's close enough. But, they're all like blue, reddish, purple. They're close enough. And this is gonna be a penta purple comp. I'm gonna call it here. I'm gonna make some exceptions. I just want to say penta purple. So I make exceptions just so I can say the name. But that's what we'll be seeing coming out.
So I actually, Caston, he's actually been a pretty big pick in like the pro scene lately for mid lanes. People are starting to learn how to use him. He's he's still pretty powerful. They actually just nerfed the Q shield that he had, which was a 0.8 ratio, 0.8 AP ratio on his shield, which pretty much shut down any mid lane AP character because he had a massive shield coming out of that. With that being said, picking it into the Nidalee, he's going to be able to use the Rift Walks to try to dodge around spears, get in there, and Caston is a lot more in your face now. And when you have that shield against the Nidalee, it really makes it hard. Not to mention Rift Walk, it really makes it hard for Nidalee to really do anything against the Caston. And 5 seconds is going on here. I'm actually anxious to drop down these summoner blockers because I want to talk about mid lane summoners. Hold on.
And you talk about now, double ignite coming out from these guys. So no heals this game. No heals coming out from either the mid laners. Middle lane last game, I believe we saw the heal on one of them. It was on. It was on.
He was on Ziggs. It was on.
It was on
Mac.
Ziggs.
Yeah, Mac. But yeah, so and this is actually a. Wait a second. Jade Dragon. I actually just noticed there's some swaps here going on. Jade Dragon is now subbing in for Bayside High School.
Yeah.
Jimmy Q is actually going to be in the mid lane. I guess
they switch it up.
Yeah,
I mean, it's not locked in rosters. It's obviously up to the team's interpretation. So we'll see how these guys fare in the new lanes. Maybe Jade Dragon will be able to make some Taeyeon style plays.
Yeah, that would.
The early game. I mean, he has a Pantheon up in top lane. For one thing, it's interesting because we see Pantheon in the jungle a lot.
Yeah, massive ganking potential.
Yeah. So top lane Jax versus top lane Pantheon. What do you think of that matchup?
So yeah, I was actually wanting to get to that too. Real quick, I do want to touch on the mid lane summoners. So you don't see Ignite taken very much on a Nidalee, and that's because you usually just rely on your spears and you want to stay alive in the lane. So that's actually very interesting. So take a Ignite against a Caston. So in the top lane though, Jax totally outscales a Pantheon unless Pantheon completely shuts down the Jax, which is gonna be very hard. It's gonna be up to Jade Dragon to really help out that top lane, just like Taeyeon helped out the top lane last game. Although it kind of fizzled, but still, you got a lot of more scaling on Zonmi.
Yep, we're about to see how it all plays out. Guys, we're going to be cutting to a quick commercial break. You're watching High School Star League of Legends Season 1 playoffs. It's Bayside High School versus Lowell High School. Lowell High School up 1-0 in the best of 3 series. We'll be right back. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the High School Star League of Legends Season 1 playoffs, brought to you in part by our friends at Twitch TV, Newegg, and MSI. We're getting into the second game of the best of 3 series between Bayside High School versus Lowell High School. Bayside over on your blue side, Lowell going to be up at the red side. I'm Crusader Kitten, joined by Fekka, who's going to be a casters for the evening. Getting on into the match, what are you seeing so far?
About the same thing as last time. We got a little bit of grouping this time. The defensive ward's still going out, but a little bit of grouping coming out from Lowell High School.
Yeah, so I'll put it out now. Jay Dragon is actually on the main roster. Oh, okay. We didn't see him last game. We saw Mac Attacks on the side of Bayside High School. Jay Dragon is on the main roster. Mac Attacks is one of the subs for Bayside High School. So what we're assuming is that they just had Mac Attack subbing for a game until Bayside was done with something. Until Jay Dragon was done with something. So that's why we probably see the lane swap as well, with Jay Dragon taking over that jungle role. And now we're seeing Jimmy Q moving into the middle lane. Anyway.
Yeah, we'll see if it makes a difference here, because they might be more on their comfort zone this game.
Yeah. So of course we don't know totally everything about who they use for all their matches and whatnot, but we have to assume because he's on the main roster, they might be more comfortable in these roles now. So Crystalline Flask start coming out from Panther. These are some really interesting starts coming out from these guys. I think last game was pretty standard, but we are seeing Dorn Shield start on Jax and Crystalline Flask on Pantheon. So those are some interesting top lane starts.
Yeah, both of them going pretty sustain heavy. I mean, obviously, Doran's Shield taken whenever you know you're going to get poked like that from spears, and going to want that extra health per second. A little bit. Oh wow, that's a lot of damage coming out from Tin Doctor already. And that's a health pot going up for Jimmy Q.
Yeah. So definitely lots of trading going on around the map so far. Bottom lane, we're seeing early bindings coming out from Christian now, looking to get some lockdown going. And might be a little bit more aggressive. This game, Pantheon up top and is taking a pretty early CS lead here, 6-7 to nothing right now over Jax. Jax doing Doran Shield is an interesting start. You don't normally see Doran Shields on solo laners anymore. It's just not as effective. They Riot nerfed some of the stats on it. And, you know, maybe sometimes you'll see it in bottom lane if you're against a very pokey comp like a Lucian bottom lane, then you Doran Shield, definitely a good start for supports. But top laners don't normally see it too much. But going against the Pantheon, we'll see how that one works out. So far, Jax isn't doing too well.
Yeah, like I said, he's not going to want to go in there and CS unless it's underneath turret. And if he ever does get close, he's going to get poked by a spear. So I think he's just using that Doran Shield to regen his health a little bit, play it safe. As long as he knows he doesn't get crushed, he won't be feeding the Pantheon and allowing him to scale harder. So, I mean, I think he's just going to go super defensive in that top lane. There's that shield coming out in for 10th Doctor, becoming handy, blocking, mitigating a lot of damage from that spear from Jimmy Q.
Yeah, and hold on, middle lane, Taeyeon coming in for gank. The Cocoon does land early. They will jump in for this one under the tower. There's the ult, the ignite coming down. But the minions,
the minions get the kill.
The minions take down 10th Doctor, but they don't give the kill credit over to Jimmy Q there. 10th Doctor does go down, but they trade out pretty much 1 for nothing. And 10th Doctor does get the first blood there.
Yeah.
Had the ignite going down. Got him under that tower. Oh man.
That allows Taeyeon to
he gets a free ride back at least.
Yeah, he gets free ride back. That allows Taeyeon to also get a little bit of solo experience in the mid lane, so he's getting quite a bit of wave, and it actually might be holding it for 10th Doctor and just last hitting underneath the turret. So
8-second recall time. Nobody ain't got time for that. Just die. Like, might as well. So he does get back into lane. Has a Tear of the Goddess.
yeah.
So he's gonna be going for some scaling into the late game cast. So do you think we'll be seeing like a Rod of Ages coming up as well?
Yeah, Rod of Ages for Cassidy. You also see them go in the Dark Binding does land, and we're gonna see that devastating.
Yeah.
I didn't have the. I don't think he had the Piltover Peacemaker, but Cassidy's. You see the Rod of Ages still, and obviously still do see the Tear of Goddess. He does scale off of mana now. At least I think it's his. So is it Rift Walk? Something scales off of mana. Yeah, but also Iceborne Gauntlet is actually very powerful on him now too, as his W is now empowered a lot more powerful actually compared to his old W. And getting in the face, as I said, Caston's more of in your face now. And there's another gank coming in mid lane.
Once again, Jimmy Q gets locked up. Taeyeon gets another kill there, locking down the middle lane right now. Really focusing on to that bottom lane gank coming in here. Snare going down. Jade Dragon does follow up the Sonic Wave, but steps right into a trap. Is in a world of snares. Gets exhausted. Has to safeguard out of that one. Some nice moves coming in. Bulby though, looking to put down some damage. Gets caught in a binding though. This might be bad.
No mana.
Looking at trades here. Both AD carries very low in this trade, so they're being very careful. They both have heals and flashes. So we'll see. Okay, so far, pretty aggressive stuff. Another binding landing. These bindings are coming up big. Forces the heal. And that bottom lane, a lot of trades once again. We might be seeing the bottom lane. Yep, bottom lane for Bayside High School will go ahead and back out. For Lowell High School, we'll back out.
That was a great help pick in Glitterland. It's going to stop the backing, and what that's going to do is allow Bulby to shove up the wave and actually delay their backing. So looks like Free Gaming and Christian Ha are going to stay. And that's gonna relieve pressure for Bulby and Lottie Da if they decide to go back, because now the wave is gonna be it's gonna be against Free Gaming, although they're gonna stay too.
So top lane 42 CS to 18 is hold on middle lane 10th Doctor once again getting it onto Jimmy Q, putting in a lot of damage. But anyway, top lane Pantheon scales really well against Pantheon scales well early game. He's a really strong early game champion. And we're seeing him shut down this Jax so far. A lot in terms of the CS here. Bottom lane once again, trading coming down. Headshot will be coming in. Exhaust coming in as well onto Caitlyn. And she's trying to get the auto attacks down. Repel comes up, but a little bit too late. Flash is used by both bottom laners. And they are able to get out of there.
Yeah, so that's all summoners down for Bayside High School's bot lane. Oh, it looks like Jade Dragon going to go on Taeyeon here.
Yeah, the stun does not connect. Meanwhile, middle lane. Oh, under the tower. 10th Doctor gets in there. Jimmy Q gets shut down here. J-Dragon flashes away after trying to go in. Top lane, Xin Yang going in for the kill under the tower. He gets it, gets stunned, but he will be able to survive the subsequent tower shots. It's 1-3, first kill for Bayside coming up in that top lane.
Yeah, and Pantheon, as you said, I guess Xin Yang actually has quite a huge lead in the top lane. 53 CS to 9. Yeah, early game Pantheon for sure. And like I said, I mean, if he can get himself snowballing, he can transition into the mid to late game almost as strong as Jax. It's definitely going to delay Zonmi's transition. And he's down quite a bit of CS and now down a kill.
Yeah, denying a lot of CS from Jax or denying kills in Jax is really important. You have to make sure that his late game power comes a lot later.
Yeah.
Because, you know, if you get an early game farmed or fed Jax, like in the mid game or anything at all, it is very terrifying for your team. So we're trying to shut him down early. Talking about shutting down early though, middle lane, Kassadin getting this fed train going for himself, and it's a smart move. You know, you want to get Nidalee not farmed up so her spirits don't hurt in the late game, and you want to get Kassadin starting to snowball. So it's very similar to what we're seeing up in top lane as well. Just kind of the circumstance for these two champions.
Oh, looks like Zombie's getting confident.
Yeah, has a little bit more trading power with the Vampiric Scepter, so looking for a little bit more sustain with that. And with that, Taeyeon does come up to this top lane to help out his top laner or just push up the wave here. But we're seeing a lot of roaming coming up here.
Yeah, it looks like 10th Doctor's coming up as well. Has the Catalyst of Protector as well, and he's going to meet J-Dragon.
Yeah, he does a lot of damage to J-Dragon. Meanwhile, up at top, the flash is stunned. Zombie gets the kill into Xin Yang. Repel goes up. And that was a nice bit of action going down. Meanwhile, bottom lane, there's a collateral damage coming out. They're trying to trade, but nice bunny coming in right back up to the top lane. Jimmy Q gets bursted down. Taeyeon goes down, though. Jimmy Q still alive in the back line. Gets his own heal up on himself. But
Double kill.
Gets the double kill. Flashed and rift walked for that one. And got what he wanted from it. It's a 3-for-1 exchange in that top lane.
Yeah, 3-for-1 exchange. Got pretty much got Zonmi back into that top lane. He's almost caught up in farm. He's still 20 down, which is a lot, but not near as much as it was earlier. And that propelled 10th Doctor to 4-1-1 now. He almost has enough for his he almost has a 10-minute Rod of Ages. He's going to delay it a little bit, but he picked up the Blasting Wand, has Catalyst the Protector. He's snowballing a Kassadin almost as much as you can snowball a Kassadin at this point.
Zonmi, he stayed up in that top lane for possibly a little bit too long. Xin Yang is trying to get onto him here.
Yeah, he did that last game too.
Grand Skyfall to get up here, and looks like Jimmy Q is going to be here as well. Does pick up the kill pretty easily there. They just saw him. He was way too far up in that lane for too long, at too low health as well. Then they turn around, 10th Doctor gets some damage going. Bottom lane, once again, Ladida getting close to low. Taeyeon is here to help out. Ladida trying to get away from it, trying to get some bush play going on. Gets pounced on, but they're going under the tower, and they get the kill. J-Dragon finds free gaming under the tower, gets it heal to get away. 4-7 in the kill totals in this game.
Yeah, it's a little bit of action going on bot lane there, as looks like 10th Doctor is going to be roaming down again, trying to pick up another kill. He does meet J-Dragon.
Oh yeah, J-Dragon gets low here, tries to get over to Volby. 10th Doctor gets the kill, now getting under the tower. Volby will be able to quick draw away. We'll still be seeing the 3-man group there swooping up a kill. Nicely done. And a lot of coming out from Kassadin now because, you know, that's what he wants to do. He's starting to get a fed Kassadin going for himself, 5-1. He wants to make an impact around the map. Because right now, middle lane is pretty much sealed for him unless Jimmy Q finds something here. Trading 10th Doctor a little bit too close. Ignite is ticking down. It won't be enough, though. 10th Doctor is able to live. Got very, very low right there. He was a little bit low on health getting into that fight.
Yeah, he's chugging Crystalline Flask now. He has enough to get his Rod of Ages. There's a little bit of duel in top lane now.
Zombie engaging at a very questionable time. He was pretty low at that. He went right on top of Z Yang. Like, Z Yang just had to stand there and then just use his abilities to get the kill. Meanwhile, though, Dragon does go down, goes over to Lowell High School. You get the first Dragon of the game, and so far, game 2, they're looking good.
Yeah, so that is a about 11-minute and 45-second Rod of Ages being picked up for 10th Doctor. So he is going to be scaling very quickly into... it would probably be still an early game. I think he'll be done about 20 minutes. He'll have quite a bit of power behind him as the Tear of the Goddess is already at 352 stacks. He doesn't have too much further to go. He's already halfway there. And 10th Doctor He's gonna be a huge force right now, and it's gonna be needed because Zonmi not really doing so well in the top lane.
Yeah, bottom lane a bit of trading coming out here once again. Both of these guys
Z
possibly looking for some bloodthirsters.
Yeah, Ziyang
As
is
we
actually hanging out in the residence too. He has Grand Skyfall up.
Yeah, he's looking for a gank. So I mean, he's not jungle Pantheon, but he still has Grand Skyfall, so he's looking for a gank. In this bottom lane, we'll see if he looks like he might just have to back out. He might have to run back up to top.
This is
as well.
huge. This is huge for Zonmi right now because
And it's
Ziyang's getting nothing for this, and Zonmi is just farming, and that's what he needs to do.
and that was a questionable move. I mean, they didn't have Dragon to pressure. It was already down at the point. Oh, maybe they brought him down to Dragon. Okay, hold on. I'm gonna check the ward there, but yeah, the ward's fairly recent, so maybe they brought him down for Dragon, but then they realized it wasn't even there. They put the Trinket ward over the wall that's just about to expire, so I'm guessing that they brought him down for Dragon, figured out it wasn't there, and then unfortunately Ziyang was a little bit out of position, and Zombie was able to take that top lane tower, first tower of the game, going over to Lowell High School, and that's definitely, as you're saying, pretty big for him.
Yeah, he doesn't have to have the pressure of staying up there. And now he looks like he may be trying to gank, but this is actually not going to work out for Zombie. He's not in a good position right now.
He runs into J Dragon, gets the stun going down, flash, the cocoon lands at the Jimmy Q under the tower, 10th Doctor with the kill. Now they want to back up Zombie. J Dragon has to get away from this one. Zombie taking a few tower shots as he runs in between the towers. And we see action coming into the middle lane, results in the kill going down, and now this middle lane tower will be having some pressure put onto it, and possibly the second tower of the game for Lowell High School.
Going down relatively slow, but then you have Jax there doing a little thud onto it, so it'll go down slowly but surely here. And Zhang Pantheon doesn't have much wave clear, so you can't really do too much about it.
Yeah, so I just want to point out that the all-purple team is working.
Yes, it is. You you called it last game that old purple people
Purple
are
is OP.
a little bit OP here, and yeah, it's a pentapurple as you want to call it. It is in full force for Lowell. And
they're on the purple side. They have purple minions.
yeah,
They planned it. There's no way that this is all a coincidence. They totally planned it. They knew they had to go for this. Coming in like game 2, we're purple team. We gotta go for this. Middle lane missing a lot of action though. Taeyeon gets up with the repel. Teleport will be coming in onto this middle lane as well. Taeyeon comes back down, does get taken out by Ziyang. Now Ziyang is in the tower. He's in trouble. Ignites her down onto him. He throws a stun down back, but 10th Doctor does pick up the kill. And a 1-for-1 trade in the middle lane, and it will be pretty much dead even right there.
oh, massive spear.
Yeah, spears. Yep, starting to hurt.
Yeah, yes they are. Although it only has a Chalice of Harmony. Actually, it's not even a Chalice of Harmony behind it because there's no AP on Chalice of Harmony, but it only has a Phoenix Codex and 2 Doran's rings on him. So, of course, 10th Doctor has no magic resist on him yet.
Yeah.
Sometimes you do see the, after Iceborne Gauntlet, you see him, sometimes you'll see a cast and get an Abyssal Scepter because he is in your face. Let's see how it works out for him. He has all the
scaling items he needs right now.
Yeah, he has every scaling item. He even has the Archangel Staff, and it's at 496, and it's going to be even faster now that it's an Archangel Staff. So, yeah, he pretty much has his pick of whatever he wants right now. He has quite the lead.
7-1 right now. 80% kill participation. I can do the math easily because it's 8 kills out of 10 right there. If there's anything else, I would be struggling to figure that one out. But bottom lane will be seeing this tower going down soon. Free Gaming pushing this one up. This should be a fairly easy tower, and it'll be a 2-tower lead coming out for Lowell High School. Get this one going. Baron, Dragon's up in a minute 20. So we might be seeing that going down. They have definitely put good ward coverage around the map again. They have 2 pink ones down in the river area. On the side of Bayside High School, they're starting to ward inside of their jungle because so far, Lowell High School, they have been roaming a lot, and in Bayside High School, they don't want to. They want a warning about that stuff. So.
Oh yeah.
Shooting out woods to the jungle, good move by them, but they have to be they have to be careful.
So then J Dragon has the Spirit of the Elder Lizard started along with his Moby Boots and his Sightstone, but so far there's really no tank on Bayside High School, so they're going to want to avoid team fights. It's only 17 minutes in right now, but they're
taking damage. They're turning around to 10th Doctor here. They're looking for it. The heal's coming out. The spear goes backwards.
Get out.
10th Doctor Rift walks away and gets out.
Yeah, it's hard to lock down a Castanex, especially with only one person having CC on the gank there.
Yep, so gonna get locked
Oh
out.
my god!
Get collateral damage from the back. Gets to the kill. They took down that support quickly there.
Yeah,
And now the inner tower will be taking some damage.
they're trading off here.
Down, he actually quick draws away from safety. Does not get someone to tank it, and now we'll be seeing Zombie getting here onto Bulby. Heals coming out though. Mikhail's as well to get him out of trouble. Now we're seeing a lot more grouping. 10th Doctor has returned, and he is looking for some blood.
Oh my
Now
god.
they cannot keep. They have to stay away from those Lily Spears right now.
Yeah.
It'll be a successful disengage by Bayside.
Yeah, and that's a big thing about having a Nidalee on your team for a siege. If you land 1 or 2 spears, you essentially make it a 4v5 because those spears hurt so much. Even on a Jax who's supposed to be a top laner, you know, they're a little bit more beefy than any other lanes. He's got taken down quite a bit. He's chugging health pots now. But either way, Dragon being contested here. Ew!
Up and they steal the dragon. Jade Dragon gets him there, steals it. Does go down, but still able to pick up that dragon. Will be great for his team getting some global gold. Of course, negative side effect of that was 10th Doctor picking up another kill to get 8 and 1.
Yeah, he's legendary now, so he can pretty much one-shot almost anybody on Bayside High School at this moment.
Yeah, he is definitely gonna be scary. He doesn't have too much gold to spend right now, but he'll have some nice stuff. Sorcerer's Shoes built up for him, so he's gonna get some magic penetration going as well. Roams down to bottom lane looking for Bulby. Goes under the tower for this one. Gets down onto him. Heal coming up. Isn't able to save Bulby. 10th Doctor straight up dives him right there.
Yeah,
He does get the kill.
took about 4 tower shots.
He's got the Seraphs now, so he has that built up. 9 and 1. That is a scary casting build to have. Not even 20 minutes in yet.
Oh my god.
He goes on for Lottie Dot now. He's looking for more, but now he's in trouble because 3 members are coming down here. 10th Doctor will be going down. Shut down by Jade Dragon. ZN came in with the Grand Skyfall a little bit too late. And this is actually going to be a Baron started up here by the side of Lowell High School.
This is knowing that there's so much attention down in the bot lane to get 10th Doctor, this actually isn't a bad move. There are no wards from Bayside High School on the Baron, specifically on the Baron, but they do have one in the bush. They see them going around. Jimmy Q here throws out a ward. He's going to start checking some spears here.
May not be going as fast as they want. They may be taking too much damage as well. They can't take it down fast enough. I mean, they don't have the most fed champion on their team right now.
Yeah.
Baron will be regenning. And that's the issue of having all your kills centered around one person. The next person with the most kills would be 2 kills on Taeyeon. And you know, when they lose the fed champion, not gonna be good.
Oh.
So now it's Dragon wants to go in because the fed dragon is here. No, the fed 10th Doctor is here. I need to put down some damage.
A ton of damage, actually.
Unable to, yeah, so they got the shutdown gold. They stopped the Baron intent, but now they'll be going back. Yeah, they're fairly low.
10th
We'll
Doctor.
see what his next moves are.
Yeah, 10th Doctor. That was a spear lane. That spear didn't do too much, and there's this flash coming out with a cocoon missing. 10th Doctor came back with a sheen, and we're seeing it effect right now.
Damage. He's running into 3 members. He goes down once again, outnumbered. He is unlucky number 3 right there. Now, but his team wants to follow up. The sun going down onto 2 under the tower. Free Gaming gets the kill, and they will be backing out after that one. So 1-for-1 trade going down. They take out the AD carry. 10th Doctor being really aggressive there.
Yeah, he's getting pretty cocky. He's going in by himself, attracting attention by himself in the bot lane, and pretty much getting caught out, thinking that he can 1v3, 1v2 anybody, and it's really not the case. Once you CC Cassidy, mitigates a bit of his damage, especially now that he's a lot more melee focused. If you CC him outside of that melee range, it's going to take out some of his damage. And despite how fed he is, he cannot do this by himself.
Yeah, so definitely it's gonna have to be careful going in for hard engages like that. Definitely needs his team to be there to back him up because you're gonna want the CC coming out, Cassidy, you know, not the hardest CC member, and they have Jax and Morgana that can throw down AoE stuns. Single target one coming out from Elise as well, so definitely need those guys there for the lockdown because no matter how fed your Cassidy is, it's actually, you know, if your Cassidy is fed, might be difficult to 1v3 a team.
Yeah, not to mention, he's 1v3ing people with only one of the enemies being magic damage, and his shield from Q only protects against magic damage, so he's really not doing too much against a Pantheon or a Lee Sin, which is pretty much who's been in his face this entire time whenever he goes into these bad engages. So yeah, he needs
Yeah,
to,
so
needs to back it up, wait for his team.
we're gonna be seeing a bit of push coming around the map here. Bottom lane gets pushed in. We're seeing a lot of focus around the middle lane here as both of these teams, they're looking for towers around, but they also want to keep these side lanes pushed up. And that is exactly what Lowell High School is looking for. They just had Jax pushing down bottom lane. They're going to be sending Keelan up to top lane. I want to see them stacking up for the next team fight. And it's, game 2. So, Bayside High School so far, they did not look good in the early game, but they definitely have the potential to come back. Having the kills all stacked up onto one champion, as I was saying, isn't always the best thing to do. Even though he's insanely fed, the rest of your team might suffer for it. So, there's still some potential for Bayside to come here, as long as they're able to lock down the 10th Doctor.
These spears are being thrown out almost every 2 seconds. She has, Jimmy Q has an Athene's and Holy Grail, and has blue buff, so it has a 40% max cooldown right now. And chucking these spears, no problem. It looks like 10th Doctor going to try to find a pick here, but he backs off.
Oops, free gaming does some damage, but Yang is the one taking damage. He throws on the son of the 10th Doctor, the kickback goes in as well. Zami wants to get over the wall onto this one here, and it's a very interesting fight coming down. Lottie down. He's taking a lot of damage. He gets wild, but there's a flashes over the wall as well. 10th Doctor has to get away. Zombie flashes over the wall, looking for stuns here. Heals coming around though. Taeyong gets the kill. Jimmy Q now focused down. Free Gaming gets it, but the rest of Bayside tries to get in the double kill coming in for Free Gaming. Gets over the wall. 10th Doctor following him as well. A triple kill coming out for Free Gaming. He's stacking up for another pentakill, a quadra kill coming in here. Second quadra kill of the series. Now it's J Dragon. Can he get this pentakill? He cannot catch up to J Dragon. 10th Doctor is at his heels. Gets the ace and wants to get another quadra kill for Free Gaming.
For Free Gaming.
In the series.
He just barely missed the pentakill twice in 2 games in a row.
Yeah. It's so close. It's still great team fight coming out of Lowell High School.
Yeah, that almost looked like it was going to go on the side of Bayside High School because of all the resets that happened during that team fight. You had Wild Growth, you had Xin Yang getting out of there, you had J Dragon kicking, I think it was kicking 10th Doctor away. It looked like it was going to go in Bayside Bayside High School because Lowell just couldn't finish anybody, and they were exhausting all their resources, but they weren't able to focus properly. And pretty much it was Free Gaming. He was over the other side of the wall, untouched the entire time, and with that long range of Caitlyn poking the entire time. Then 10th Doctor got back into it along with Zonmi, and that pretty much spelled disaster for Bayside High School.
It was just such an interesting place for those guys to be fighting. You don't see that many fights coming out in the bottom lane Tri-Brush. But it was pretty much 10th Doctor. 10th Doctor being the mobile Cassidon. And he really used that to a great effect. I mean, he was going in and out. He was going around the walls. Caitlyn as well. Free Gaming just flashed over walls, really changing a lot of positioning. And because they're fighting pretty much along a wall, it was really interesting position. As you're saying, longer term Caitlyn helped with that. But also a lot of good moves right there. Just jockeying for position, confuse opponents, as well as get kills. Free Gaming comes up with another quadra of this best of 3.
Yeah, that, and he's going 1v3 again here. We have a decent hole behind it, but I mean, it's not really going to do too much. And actually, team fight down there, just brought up something I just noticed, is that everyone on Lowell High School has potential to jump over wall except for Christian Ha. So there's a lot of mobility coming out from them to be able to do-si-do around a Baron Pit, around a Tri-Bush like that, and it worked out in their favor quite well in that team fight.
I mean, same thing could be said for Bayside High School. They have their share of mobility as well, but it's all about using it effectively, I suppose, as the last team fight, definitely Lowell High School's favor. So, ward coverage around the map, Baron area really warded up here by Lowell High School, and it's 26 minutes in, definitely could be something we see. And hey, this is an Iceborne Gauntlet on Cassidon.
Yes, it is. A very powerful item on the, like I said, melee-oriented Cassidon these days. He can get in there and do a huge amount of damage, but not only that, that adds CC to him, which is something he now lacks since he doesn't have a silence. His Q can stop channels like I believe the Grand Skyfall is considered a channel. So, I mean, it can stop things like that. But, I mean, that's the only CC he has. He has a lot of mobility, but with the Iceborne Gauntlet, has a AoE slow to him as well as a lot of extra damage. And some tanky stats as well to add with his Rod of the Ages health. So, I mean, it's a really good pickup on the new Cassidon.
So after that fight, kind of removed the negative effect of having a very fed one champion.
Yep.
They get free gaming gets fed 5-1 and 3 now. Most CS in the game as well. Has Bloodthirster, Static Shift, and Last Whisper, so he's starting to stack up on those items on that auto attacky Caitlyn.
And free
That is
gaming.
going to be scary now.
Free gaming has been pretty solid in its position in both games so far. And then,
Yeah.
in fact, it actually earned him a ban from on his Twitch in the pick and ban phases earlier. So he's definitely a threat on Lowell High School that Bayside High School recognizes, but they just can't get to him. There's way too much CC, too much frontline coming out from Lowell to be able to actually get to him. And there's 10th Doctor soloing a turret by himself, and he can't do that with Iceborne Gauntlet actually.
5-2 in towers now. Lowell High School once again poised to take this match 2-0 with how well they've been doing so far. 10th Doctor gets onto Lottie Da here. There is a Wild Growth coming out. There's going to be a Grand Skyfall coming in here as well, but they can't keep 10th Doctor in the area. Looks like he wants to back out. 4 members of Bayside High School grouping up around here. Meanwhile, Baron gets started by Lowell High School, and this is going to be pretty much a free Baron from them because Bayside High School, no wards. 28-minute Baron comes through.
Yeah, and 10th Doctor showed himself in the top lane, so I mean, he pretty much kept them occupied there. And it is actually worth noting that on the Grand Skyfall for Ziyang, Pantheon got changed a little bit, and actually looks like Lottie Da in trouble here.
Yep, Lottie Da does get taken down very quickly there. And then that was just Lowell High School converging onto him. Now Jimmy Q's in trouble. 10th Doctor gets in, gets the kill. 2 members down. 10th Doctor with massive damage. And we're seeing the inhibitor tower falling. Collateral damage to try to do something there, but inhibitor will be going down. 10th Doctor once again wants to get in here. Ziyang gets caught up. No, J Dragon gets caught in the sun, gets taken down. Zombie with the kill. 10th Doctor going in under the inhibitor. Nexus Towers does go get a kill. Bolby now in trouble. 10th Doctor cannot escape from the tower shots. Zombie gets on the fountain. He goes down after securing the double kill and an ace for his team. And this is looking like the game.
Yeah, that will be. I mean, I was going to even point out about Grand Skyfall. It changed a little bit. You can't cast spells while in the air, and he now lands after the Radius Blast. Almost irrelevant now because Lowell is just pushing for a 2.
Towers are going down very quickly here. Free gaming. Oh, gets low. Gets the heal, though. It actually looks like they might want to back out of this one. Looks like Jimmy Q and Lottie Da posing a threat to their well-beings. They might be wanting to back out. Christina has to flash away after taking a spear to the face. Free gaming trying to kite away. Spear comes through. Gets some big damage. J Dragon coming over the side. Connects the Q with Taeyeon. Now wants to go in. Another spear goes in. This is back out to Taeyeon. She'll be going down. Lottie Da gets the kill. And J Dragon jumps in there, takes down Free Gaming. Now looking for Christina, and he cannot connect the Q, but Ziyang is there to pick up where he left off, gets the kill. Zombie teleported in here. He's looking to do something, but I don't think he's as fed as he would want to be. Trying to chase after Jimmy Q right now, but Jimmy Q, he's being the mobility Nidalee, but from the side, 10th Doctor comes through, gets a kill. Looks like Zombie. Oh, there's a double kill coming through. He's looking to take out more. He's going to get the triple kill. He's looking for more. He gets the quadra kill, gets over the wall. Ziyang is a little bit too big of a threat. The 3rd quadra kill of this one. He goes back in. He's trying to get Ziyang. He gets caught up in the stun and taken down. Ziyang gets the kill, denies the penta.
That whole fight was just to delay this game, pretty much. I mean, Lowell
kills though in the series.
Yeah, Lowell is just way overstated and then wasn't able to back. So yeah, Zonmi actually came in at the very I guess that would be mid-fight. I don't even know what time that was anymore. But so Zonmi isn't near as fed as he was. He didn't have a great laning phase, but he is a Jax with a Blade of the Ruin King and Triforce. He has a lot to offer in a team fight, especially 1v1 damage. It took a lot to take him down. So I mean, despite having that bad laning phase, he's still doing. He's at a very good spot for a Jax right now.
Man, 3 quadra kills to start out the day. What a game coming out from these guys.
Yeah, right.
Man, 16-5 minute. I mean, you can't be too surprised because it's a really fed cast. And I mean, a multi-kill is incoming, and he is now almost full build here. Has the death cap to add on to his build. Has a blasting wand there as well. Dragon's going to be going down. Fairly easy Dragon coming down, and this is going to be Lowell High School. They just need to group up, and they just need to go for the final push and expose Nexus. It should be a fairly easy way for them to get back into the game because, I mean, it's a very high lead for Lowell High School. The champions, they're fed where they need to be and farmed where they need to be. And they should just easily be able to push in, but they're going to be taking it slowly. They want to push out all the side lanes, as well as take out a few buffs. So
Yeah, I think Lowell just wants to like they want to cement this and then chisel their name into it. They want to make sure this is for sure one. Free Gaming looks like he might be wanting to take advantage of an overextended Bulby. Oh, and I think he was able to get him over the golems, but he does show himself. It's all right.
yep, Zombie gonna jump in here. There's 4 members there. I don't know what you're trying to do. He's gonna go down.
Moves like that can cost you a game. I don't think Lowell High School is uncoordinated enough to let Bayside High School take a huge amount of advantage of that. But it's things like this as well.
Down to bottom lane. Bulby, though, he's taking a lot of damage. Jason Lowell coming through. The heal cannot come through. Free Gaming, though, takes tower shots. Now he's surrounded by 3, but he's doing a lot of damage. He does get taken down. Jimmy Q with the kill survives as well. Lottie Dot throws in the wild growth onto himself. Cassidy getting low. There's a follow-up with the kill, but J Dragon has no follow-up by his team, and he goes down. 10th Doctor getting the kill here. It's an exposed Nexus. It is a fed Cassidy with an Iceborne Gauntlet inhibitor will be made quick work of it. It's actually a very low fed Cassidy, so he will be going back into old Christian Ha and Tae Yan. And very questionable moves, I suppose, coming out of Lowell High School, but they are able to secure that inhibitor.
Yeah, it's extremely questionable moves. They essentially got 2 people caught out there, and almost 3 with 10th Doctor going down. They could just group up and finish this, but they're neglecting it. And honestly, this is only playing on the side of Bayside High School. They're 12K down, 12.9K down, well, essentially 13K at this point. I mean, it's going to be a lot to get them back in the game, but it's getting to the point in this game where there's like 40-second death timers, 35 to 40-second death timers, which is pretty huge. Baron's going to be up in about a minute and 20 seconds. Honestly, if Lowell High School keeps kind of messing around here, Bayside High School, they could capitalize if they draw this out long enough. With that being said, like Elise Sin, J Dragon is the only source of a tank on their team. I guess you consider Lulu, who has the Locket of the Iron Slaughter along with the Kales. I mean, but not really much else coming out. And of course, you don't have a Lulu in the front lines tanking for you.
Full build Cassidy forces flash. Ace to the hole coming through. Gets tanked up by J Dragon. 10th Doctor got kicked away. Bulby had to use heal flash. There's a heal, the ultimate coming out from Wild Growth as well. Barely survived right there, but does get back safely. But a lot of things used right there, so we'll be seeing some push in here once again.
And that is the benefit of having a Lulu on your team. And of course, having that Wild Growth completely resets a fight. But it looks like we have some split pushing coming out from Free Gaming here. Going to put pressure on the bot lane. Meanwhile, the rest of the team of Lowell putting pressure in the mid lane. It's going to clear waves to make sure a Super Minion wave gets in there.
Yep, so we'll be seeing some Ziyang actually flashes in onto Free Gaming, gets the kill. Taeyeon now takes some damage. Meanwhile, the Nexus is going down. There are 3 members of Lowell High School trying to take them down. They're going to be killing the champions first here. Double kill coming in for 10th Doctor, and they're looking to finish the game right now, right here. Jade Dragon will be going down on as well. Another triple kill coming in. He's going to be looking for more here. Turns around, he wants to get onto Ziyang. Hits the quadra kill. Now looking for Lottie Die. Gets locked up. Is he gonna do it? He's trying to get it. He's getting damage. No,
scumbag!
Quadra kills coming down. All 4 quadra kills stolen away by someone on the team. Quadra kills coming in, but cannot get a penta. However, it is the victory for Lowell High School, so they have won the match 2-0, taking down Bayside High School.
That is so bad, so mean. Took away a penta from Free Gaming, and another time taking a penta away from 10th Doctor.
2 pentas taken away from 10th Doctor, 2 pentas taken away from Free Gaming. But still, it shows that they are a force to be reckoned with here. Lowell High School coming up big with a 2-0 with some pretty dominating victories.
Yeah, they even with the little I guess it was a sub in the first game for Bayside High School, bringing back Jade Dragon for the second game. It looked like they were going to do a little bit better, but the snowball from 10th Doctor really, really helped out both of his lanes. And then Free Gaming got that quadra kill. Pretty much set that game all the way for Lowell. They made some cocky errors in the end there, but it wasn't near enough for Bayside High School to come back. Very good game from Lowell. Good game from both sides, but congratulations to Lowell High School for winning the best of 3 in that one.
All right, guys. So that is going to be it for the first match. But don't go anywhere because we do have another best of 3 match coming up and possibly a third one coming up. So guys, we'll get information out to the stream very quickly. Just need to do some admin work. But anyway, don't go anywhere. Don't go anywhere. Gonna be throwing up a quick ad break before we come back for our next match of the night, guys. This is the High School Star League League of Legends Season 1 playoffs. Brought to you in part by your friends at Twitch TV, Newegg, MSI, Jinx, and Razor. Everyone, we'll be right back. Don't go anywhere.
Bye.